If you want to learn from the pros and become the best Madden player possible, check out Playbook GG. Link is in the description and in the pinned comment below. What's going on, everybody? It's EricRayweather back here, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to use mobile quarterbacks in Madden 20. More specifically, how to dominate with mobile quarterbacks if the defense does not respect the fact that you have a QB who can get outside of the pocket very easily. Now, if you are new to the channel and you want to stay up to date on the best Madden tips and news all year long, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. Also, make sure to hit the bell icon so that you do not miss any of the uploads. So the mobile QB this year is even better in Madden because there is the mechanic where you can actually pull down your passing icons after you snap the ball and you can turn your QB into a runner. This just gives him the ability to get to top speed much quicker behind the line of scrimmage. It also gives him the ability to juke and spin to try to fake out defenders behind the line of scrimmage, whereas in years past, you would have had to wait till you got past the actual line of scrimmage in order to become a runner. Now you can pull those icons down. So to do this, after you snap the ball, if you see that there's an opening, you want to press the left trigger or the R2 button, it turns you into a runner, and then you can get outside the pocket and try to make a big play. It is also important to note that you don't want to take big hits with your QB. I don't care who he is, I don't care how good of a runner he is. There's a lot of fumbles happening this year, and it happens more so with QBs than anybody else. So you want to make sure to slide and get down and not try to, fake out the defenders. Yes, you can still juke them out at times, but it's not worth the risk of fumbling. So when you get near a defender, if you can't get out of bounds, if you're on Xbox, you want to just tap the X button. That'll make your QB slide. If you're on PlayStation, you're going to want to tap the square button, and that'll make your QB slide. But the goal here is we want to get as much yards as possible. So again, you see we're tapping the left trigger, the L2 button. That time we got out of bounds. We did take a hit, but we were already out of bounds, so we were safe from fumbling in the field of play. And you can see just by pulling those icons down, we're able to really make things happen. You see there, we actually was able to get a block. And again, at the end, we make sure to slide at the end of the play because we don't want to take a hit. So I want to show you what happened here because this was actually interesting. And this is a really good example of when you want to use your QB's mobility. So we hike the ball. We take the little drop back. We're trying to see if something develops. And instantly right there on the left, you could see Myles Garrett. He's one of the best pass rushers in the league, one of the best pass rushers in the game. So he's getting an instant win on the outside. He's coming for Lamar Jackson. I see this right here. I'm saying, okay, I'm pressing the left trigger or the L2 button. I see that I have this open running lane. If I stay here for another half a second, Myles Garrett is going to be all over me. So I pull down my passing icons. You can see how the ball moves from being in my hands. I'm in a QB stance, and then all of a sudden the ball is now tucked and I'm ready to take off, and I am pulling through this gap with Lamar Jackson. I was able to avoid Myles Garrett because I had a fast quarterback, one that also has an escape artist ability that helps him when he takes off scrambling. We got some good yardage, and then we tapped our X button to slide because we did not want to take a big hit. That is what is so powerful about these mobile quarterbacks this year. If you do not put a QB spy or a QB contain on the field, he's going to be able to scramble outside of the pocket. He's going to be able to scramble up the gaps like that, avoid pass rush, and buy more time. And the way you're going to do that, as I said, is by using that left trigger and that L2 button. Now, you don't have to use that to scramble. It just allows you to kind of get to top speed and become a runner instantly. You can still scramble the old way, which is just holding, the sprint button, which is RT or R2. And you can see with a guy like Lamar Jackson's speed, even though we didn't pull the icons down, we were still able to scramble out and get about 6 yards. It was very easy, very, very simple to do. You see here we have the gap again. We're going to pull through here. We did not pull the passing icons down that time. We just used the regular scramble, but I just wanted to show you that you can do it either way. But once you become better with it, pulling the icons down is the most ideal way to do it because it just gives you access to, like I said, your quarterback at top speed. And if you had to be in a position where you did have to make a guy miss, you could be able to juke or spin that guy out. Whereas if you didn't pull the icons down, you wouldn't be able to do that until you pass the line of scrimmage. Now, if you pull the icons down and you decide you still want to pass, you can pull the icons back up. So I'll show you here. I'm going to pull the icons down. I'm rolling out. Okay, I'm going to pull them back up now, and I'm going to deliver the pass to the tight end. So we're going to go to the replay here and show you what happens. So basically, all you have to do to pull the icons back up is you just want to tap the same button once again, which is the LT or L2 button. So right here, we hike the ball. I'm like, okay, the outside's open. Let me scramble outside this pocket and see what's going on. So I press the left trigger. I'm now a runner. I'm scrambling. And now yes, I could take off, probably get 5, maybe 6 yards here, but I'm seeing the way the defense is developing. I see that there's going to be a big opening there. So now I press the left trigger or L2 button once again. Now you see the ball goes back. I'm in my stance and I'm just waiting for the tight end to clear over here, and I deliver a pass to him. So that is another good way to use that mechanic this year. It's a way that you can buy more time. It's a way that you can kind of make the defense, you know, in a no-win situation, because let's go back to the replay really quickly once again just to show. So you're going to see the linebacker out here, right? You can see right here. He's kind of in a situation where he has to stay put, because I could run, I could pass. He has to stay put and see what happens here. He can't just kind of bail out, because he has to see what I'm going to do. He doesn't want to let me get an easy game, but he also doesn't want to just completely abandon his zone. But the tight end at this point is so far behind him that there's really nothing he can do about it. But what having a QB like this does is it puts those defenders, because let's say that's a user defender and you're playing online and that's not a CPU defender, they kind of have to play that the same way. They kind of get in that situation where either they have to just stand their ground and kind of defend neither, or they're going to make a decision. They're either going to go to the tight end or they're going to try to crash down on you, and whichever they do, you just want to do the opposite. Now obviously that's going to take, you know, some practice and learning the timing of things like that, learning how to pull the icons down and back up quickly and make those decisions. But as you can see, I'm pulling them down again, I'm scrambling out. Okay, I want to throw it to the tight end, and it's easy money, because whatever defense the Browns are in right now, they're allowing him to get open, and all I'm doing is just simply buying more time. But once again, if I just want to actually say, you know, I just feel like it's easier to keep it here, I'm just going to keep it. I'm going to go forward. Okay, I'm going to slide. I got about 7 or 8 yards, and that's good money. Always make sure to slide. It's X or square depending on your system. You do not want to take hits with the QB. So that's one of the main things you need to know about the scrambling quarterback this year. But that's not all. So let's look at some other things, because we are in the Ravens playbook, and this isn't so much a tip on, you know, actually running with a mobile quarterback. This is more about a tip of a playbook that you want to look into, and that is the Ravens playbook, because this playbook is very much so tailored around Lamar Jackson. It got completely overhauled, and as I scroll through here, you're going to see that this playbook has a plethora of pistol sets, more than pretty much any of the regular playbooks in the game, and all of these formations here are going to have things that can take advantage of a guy like Lamar Jackson, or, you know, if it's not him, it could be even Patrick Mahomes, Mariota, Deshaun Watson, even guys like Cam Newton and guys like Russell Wilson. You're going to see, if we scroll through here, there's going to be some RPO stuff. There's going to be things like the triple option, which is a really good play. That means I could hand it off to the fullback, I could pitch it to the running back, or I could keep it with my quarterback. You're going to have a lot of those types of plays in this playbook, because the playbook, just like in real life when Lamar Jackson came in midway through last year, they kind of redid the offense to, you know, fit around his strengths. As you see here, we have a lead option play out of this pistol. That's what they did in Madden. They redid the playbook to fit what the Ravens were doing in real life, and how, you know, to fit a mobile quarterback. So you're going to want to look through this Ravens playbook. There are some other playbooks that's going to have some good stuff for mobile QBs, but the Ravens is by far the best. You're going to have the most options, the most kind of RPOs, trick plays, jet sweeps, kind of all mixed into one. You're going to have the best of kind of all of those worlds, where you're giving a QB the chance to get outside the pocket, but you're also, you know, taking advantage of the run game, because usually mobile QBs, for the most part, you know, outside of Patrick Mahomes, obviously he's a mobile QB and he's got, you know, one of the best arms, and, you know, he's a pretty accurate QB. But outside of guys like that, most mobile QBs aren't going to always have the best accuracy. It's going to be a little bit lower than your typical pocket quarterbacks. So what you do with those guys in real life a lot of times is you build around the run and build around their mobility, just like the Ravens did last year. And this playbook is going to have a lot of stuff for running the ball as well. So you can pound the ball, and then when you want to use a guy like Lamar Jackson, you're going to have plays that are specially fit for him. But you have formations like the power I here, which is just a smash mouth formation. You have the halfback toss, you have a double lead halfback dive with 2 lead blockers. You've got the power O. You've got PA plays built off of this. So this playbook gives you everything you need to use a mobile QB. It has dominant run plays, it has great read options, RPOs, and it still has good shotgun formations for good measure. You have your trip sets, you have your, you know, more trip sets, you have bunch open, you have the monster, you have spread, you're going to still have some 5 wide type stuff as well. So you kind of have a little bit of everything in this playbook, but it's tailored towards a guy that can actually get outside the pocket and move. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. If you need any other, you know, questions, you have anything else you need help with in terms of mobile QBs, let me know in the comments below and I'll answer all those questions for you. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.